Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the company Lending Club. Recently, Ark Invest has purchased more and more of this company. Vanguard has a holding in them. BlackRock has a holding in them. They're making an acquisition, and I'm going to go over a couple numbers I think are key and important, and this huge opportunity I see ahead, as well as go over a couple of the cons that could go down and risky reasons on why you maybe don't want to own the stock. But I'm going to give you the compelling reason that I'm going to be buying it. So right now they're preserving liquidity. So this is from their last quarter earnings. Basically, their cash is at 465 million, up from 237 million. That's a lot to accomplish in just 2 quarters. They reduced their loan portfolio exposure from 270 million down to 940 million. You would question that number. Why is that so drastic if they weren't doing what they're doing as far as the acquisition? But so that's a good thing what they're doing there. But they're able to keep operations rolling with. I'll explain that. And they're reducing their debt related to loans and securities to 120 million, down from 511 million. Like they're reducing debt exposure rapidly at this point. So what Lending Club does is, as a consumer, I can go to Lending Club and get a loan for an interest rate that's better than what the bank can offer me. And as an investor, I could go there with my extra cash and offer loans to people and get better interest than what the bank can offer me. So they're the bank killer, is what Lending Club kind of is. Now, they're limited at what loans they can write. They're limited to a lot of what they can do, especially with offering loans to people. They're limited by the amount of cash they have, right? Now, this acquisition that they're doing is going to be huge. They're purchasing Radius Bank. They just got approved by the OCC for this transaction to go through. So basically, they're going to have no costly branches that can limit their expansion by how many banks they can open. If you think about a Chase Bank or a traditional normal bank, right? Banks can only operate to the physical amount of space that they can open. They're limited by the amount of people that they can hire. They're expensive. They're, if you think about it, kind of in that Lemonade video I made. Like Lemonade is the new, younger, sexier version of insurance. This is going to be the new, younger, sexier version of a bank. They're going to have no expensive buildings and costs and all this stuff going on. I think this is a lot bigger than people realize and people think. And not only that, their credit performance has been going better than expected. So people were having hardship plans. It went from 12% to 2% in May in their last earnings. And things are looking better and better. And not only that, they kept the ball rolling with with writing loans at the same time reducing their risk. So they're getting other investors to write these loans for them. So when this bank gets approved, when they acquire Radius Bank, they'll be able to leverage that money 10 to 1, write a ridiculous amount more of loans. Um, they will be able to do so much more. Not only that, they'll be able to collect deposits. And this is going to be huge. And I feel like people are sleeping on this one. I know they were up 25% last week. Um, but I think this one is going to run, especially when this transaction goes through, especially when their earnings come out and you see the amount of growth that they're going to have over the next 3 to 5 years when this all goes down. This is going to be absolutely huge, in my opinion. Um, a couple of the cons is interest rates could continue to go down or remain low. I know they're zero bound right now. They've been ticking a little higher, but if the Fed suppresses interest rates, that could look bad for banks, even though um, they get a percentage per loan, like loan fees and stuff. They'll still make money. However, the market sees lower interest rates as a bad thing. A recession could cause people to default on their loans. That could be bad. However, again, they're deleveraging their risk by giving it to investors instead of taking it on themselves. Um, the acquisition of Radius Bank could fall through. If it does fall through, that then this is a bad stock. If this acquisition doesn't happen, then I wouldn't even think about owning this. but right now it's a bet that it will happen. They got approved, and I think it will happen. Investors could get impatient with the approval process because they're buying a bank. Like, there's a lot of hoops to jump through, and it could take more time than people are patient with. And investors could be hesitant due to the reverse split. So I read an article by Molly Fool that was talking about reverse splits and how people psychologically see a reverse split as more bad things to come. Usually it's when a stock drops below $1, they do a reverse split to bring it above $1, and eventually it comes down, and then they do it again. But they said in this case with Lending Club, that was not the case. They did a reverse split around $5 a share, and that they didn't they did it to save money, and they did it to bring their stock price up so that other people can get exposure to their company, because when you're under $5, um or whatever price they were trying to get to, some companies weren't able to invest in them because they had to have a minimum for the whatever fund they ran. So Molly Fool said, don't be scared of the reverse split in this case. Um, but however, that being said, investors could be hesitant, saying, okay, they went through a reverse split. I don't like that. So those are my thoughts on the pros and the cons. But I think this is huge. I think this one's going quiet under the radar. Ark Invest has been buying this company. You know, I think that there's a great opportunity ahead of this, especially when they acquire Radius Bank. I think this opportunity could be huge. So those are just my thoughts. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and God bless you guys. Thank you so much for everyone subscribing to my channel lately. I'm gonna try and start doing something like a giveaway or something like that to give back to everyone that's been supporting my channel. And thank you guys so much. God bless. Have a good one. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys next time.